Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at righteousfelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
The 1420 Sports Bar Podcast, for beer sports talk and a whole lot more. This segment is brought to you by Righteous Felon Jerky. Go to righteousfelon.com and save yourself 15% on the best in craft beef jerky in the land at righteousfelon.com by using promo code BELLYUP at checkout. David, you got something to say?
Well, yeah, I was listening to Fan of the Van and Garrett today, with their Steel and Till. Garrett was like, fuck, the 1420 boys, I forget their jerky because I need good jerky because I'm on the road all the time. So Garrett, Righteous Felon, you just heard it. Just back 15 seconds, 2 times, and you can hear the promo code.
I listened to their show this morning. I was at the office a little earlier today. I had things to do before I started pressing fucking t-shirts, and then I listened to some old friends of ours, the guys over at Level Playing Field. I had a good laugh today with those two. It was like the first 15 minutes, and they started talking about the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields situation, everything else. And I haven't listened to them for a while, but I always get a kick out of John and Dave over there. They make me they make me laugh. Like they're this and that. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
They have a little bit of yin and yang to them that works absolutely.
They have a yin and
perfect.
yang. There it is.
Yeah, you could just feel Dave ready to fucking pot boil over, and John just being he's the level one, and I think Dave's the playing field.
Yeah, Dave was ready to fly off the handle pretty early this morning. There, I think they recorded last. No, it was. I should listen to them more. I just been a little bit occupied, but yeah, I listened to Jim, the Fan of the Van, and the Steel and Teal there this morning. It was a couple of really good shows.
Righteous Felon, Garrett.
Righteous Felon. There, go to righteousfelon.com. Use promo code BELLYUP for 15% off. The best in craft jerky. I gotta get some actually.
I then DM me and I'll tell you the flavors I like because I got the pack. Yeah, so
there we go. Anyways, over the weekend, the NHL trade deadline happened over the week on Thursday or Friday. It all came by and went. Sidney Crosby stayed home like you predicted he would. I think he might be after the weekend that they had. I think he might be. Oh, geez, maybe I should have went to different pastures because they had a tough weekend. Lost 4-0 the Oilers yesterday. But I think the funniest story of the weekend was on Saturday. I think it was John Tortorella. Coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. He went home back to the first place he coached in the National Hockey League, Tampa Bay Lightning, the 20-year anniversary of them winning the Stanley Cup when they beat the Calgary Flames in 2004. And so all the guys were there, and Tortorella and his Philadelphia Flyers, they were down 4-0 early, getting scored on often and early in that hockey game. They're down 4-0 in like 8 minutes in. Tortorella got himself tossed by referee Wes McCauley, and he said, "I ain't fucking going." Like he said, "Until you talk to me, I'm not leaving." He was yelling across the ice, saying, "I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving." And he was expletive. Fuck you. That's what it was. I'm not leaving. And Dave, I don't know what happened. I didn't watch the post game or whatever happened, but the thing that I've always bothered me about ejections in sports, because I'm not a big ejection guy when I umpire baseball. There's some guys that are, but I've always, and in hockey is the same way, I've always disliked the fact that the officials never have to go on the record and say what happened. Like, yes, there's a report that happens that goes to league offices and everything else and blah, blah, blah. But the coaches always have to go on the mic post game for press conferences. I think that it's time. It's time that okay, ref, okay, whatever it might be. You were butthurt enough. If he said something that you didn't like, what was it and why you threw him out? I think officials should have to be held accountable the same way that not for calls. Like I'm not saying for calls, but if a referee, umpire, whatever it might be, throws out a coach, player, whatever, they should have to go in front of the media and explain their side of the story.
I totally agree with what you're saying, and I'm even going to throw in like and the calls that were made on the field. It cannot be these questioning of the officials can't happen immediately after the game because I think that would be unfair. Like what I think would be fair was for reporters or reporters that want to ask questions. If they have questions about anything that happened on the ice, they have to submit their clip and then give the officiating crew like an hour to look at all the clips. These are the questions we're going to be asked
Yeah.
because it's unfair to ask an official who was on the ice while everything was happening a million miles an hour, and then but you reviewed it. Yeah, but so now I've watched it now 5 times in a minute and a half, and you guys have slowed it down and been watching it for a fucking hour and have the entire Twitterverse coming at you and saying, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? So, yes, I agree, but with you have to submit your questions because all those questions are going to be there immediately after the game time. So, you want the official to maybe one of the guys is going to have to get there. And so he's the one that can't have a beer. But you want to shower, scratch your balls and digest and then look at the game and say, okay, now I'm ready. It's time to face the music. So yes, I agree with you, but with conditions because I think that's the only fair way to do it for an official that's been on the field.
And that's why I'm saying if it's a call, because it's hard. Like things happen so fast. You make a call and it's hard, and you get something wrong. I know it's your job and you can't get things wrong, but you know what? A guy strikes out, goes 1 for 5, strikes out 4 times, hits one jack. He's a hero. If an umpire misses four pitches, he's an asshole. So put it in perspective, right? But it's hard. But if there's a situation where a guy fucking gets thrown out, that reason was there early. Like it's not a judgment thing. What did he say to you that made you throw him out? I don't think in baseball or hockey, and whatever happened in with Wes McCauley and Tortorella on Saturday, McCauley had an answer after the game because that happened in the first period. Like
It
there was
happened
like
yeah, 15 minutes in. No, like
it
there was
wasn't a mystery. Like Macaulay had
no.
enough time throughout the game, between periods, out the game, to make up to have a rebuttal of what happened. I think that they don't owe anybody anything when it comes down to it. But when it comes to a situation like that, why did you? I don't give a fuck. You made a bad call. I don't. It happens. It does, no matter what. But I want to know why my coach got. And it was a blowout game, but I want to know why my coach was thrown out of a game. I want to know both sides of the story. Like that.
And,
That's like that to me. And like it doesn't change anything. But to me, that's good content for the league. And to me, that's making referees and umpires accountable for being quick trigger guys and saying get out, get out, get out.
well, you know what?
Because fucking Angel Hernandez had a fucking ejection in a minor league game on Thursday.
Well, and Angel's a moron, and we all know that. So like, let's not.
So he should be held
But
accountable every time he ejects somebody. He should be held accountable.
yeah, but like on this note too, right? Tortorella's been in the league long enough, and he has a relationship with, I would say, all the officials, right?
Mhm.
It's a he has a relationship with more than he doesn't. And then when they got there and things weren't going his way, and I don't know if there were minor penalties on Philly all the time, and that's why they fell behind so quickly. And if Tortorella was beacon for sure, for sure, for sure, the ref said to him, like, okay, enough. We hear you. Like, tell your players to take care of their sticks. Tell your players to this. But like I'm getting fucking tired of this, Torts. Like it's only the first period. Give it a fucking break. You don't think the the linesman or the officials were saying this to him? Like
Guaranteed.
and then like at the 8 minute mark, like, are you seriously looking to get run on this fucking day? Like, Torts, it's your day here. Enjoy it. Have some fun. Get off my fucking ass. And then beak, 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 beak. I'm not fucking kidding now, Torts. One
And
more
he
goddamn word out of your fucking mouth,
I
and you're gone.
guarantee you he has a longer leash than a rookie head coach does. I
For
guarantee.
sure. And that's how I played it out.
Guaranteed.
Like, are you looking to get run? I'll run you if this is what you want to do, John Torts. I don't know what he calls them. If this is what you want to do, I'll fucking do it. Here's your flowers. You can go up and drink with your team. One more fucking snap, and I mean one, and you're fucking gone. And then he beaked. You're gone. That's it. Bye. There was for sure 4 warnings before you got thrown out. For sure 4.
Because I've had, like, in my situation there, it's ignore, acknowledge, warn, eject is how it works in baseball. In the levels that I do, right? Ignore, like, okay, whatever. Acknowledge, it's a head nod, look at him and just nod your head and go, okay, yeah, I got
I
you.
hear you.
I got you. Warn, one more fucking word, and I probably shouldn't say that, but I do. Like, one, like, no more. We're done. We're fucking done here. One more fucking word, and you're not your participation is no longer required in this event, right? And then it's like, see you later. And so, but a guy like with Tortorella, it's been in league long. He probably has a little longer leash. Should he? Probably not. But that you you earn that, and you earn that. And so
Exactly. Like the
it's
LeBron fouls, right? Like the veteran fouls. That's how it is as a coach, right? You got your bones, and now you
that's
get a
just
little
what it
bit of
is.
playroom. Yeah.
But you just go. But on the other side of things, for a guy like Tortorella, maybe it's a bad example, but because he's a bit of a hothead. But there's guys who get it, who know the game, know know the game within the game. When they lose their mind, something must have went sideways. Because most of the time, shit just goes away. When these older guys lose their fucking shit, something had to went wrong.
I think I don't like.
Or maybe they're trying to fire their team up or something. Who knows?
But yeah, I don't know. Does that fire team like the game's over? And honestly, I'd like to know if he actually went up, and then like maybe some of those um team members from the 2014 came down to the basement and they hung out and watched the game on the big screen and had some whiskeys. I don't know. It might have been that subversive.
Because Tortorella's not that much younger than fucking Dave Andrewchuk, who was there.
Right. And
Really,
Philly's in a place that they I'm not going to say they're comfortable, but they have a decent chance of making the playoffs right now. And Torres doesn't. I can't remember the last game he got thumped from. I think it's very coincidental. I think he was in on it. He was like
he was
pull
probably
Durham
putting on a
again.
show for the hometown crowd and everything
You
else.
bet.
There was a bit of
Exactly.
dramatics there for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got the rain out, and he went downstairs and visited with the team, the 2014. I
Like
bet you that. I bet this was all planned, and that way he got to hang out with them.
78% planned. When it got to 4-0, he goes, "I'm leaving."
Yep, bucket. Why am I here? You're,
It's 4-0.
there's
We're gonna get
there's
blown out tonight. I'm leaving. My team's not in it. They're already fucking planning on going to whatever bar in Tampa here tonight. I'm good.
yeah, and that's why he says I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. That was the hint to his boys from that team up top to get in the elevator. And then so they were probably they got down in the elevator and he was and they're like, hey,
I
Torty or
told you to
whatever
have
they're fucking,
beer.
hey
Who had
coach,
the over under at
uh,
10?
told you we were going out for beers tonight.
Yeah, the over under was set at 10 minutes. Who had that?
Because there's no other decent explanation. Like he's not a moron. He
Hockey
doesn't get
ejections rarely happen.
very.
Rarely.
I can't remember the last one. I can't
Like I
remember
watch
the last
highlights
one.
all the time. I can't remember the last one.
He put on a show and he was in cahoots with the ref. Like as we talk this out, there's just there's zero doubt in my mind anymore that this wasn't a staged event, so he can duck out early and have 2 hours of beers with the guys. I don't know, when you're kicked out of the game as a coach, are you allowed to go in the locker room between periods and coach them
Oh
up
yeah,
or no?
yeah.
Oh, you
You
still
can't
are.
give me the bench.
You're just not allowed to be on the bench anymore.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I don't
what
know.
would have been an all-time move, and I use this line all the time. Is if McCauley kept him in the game, said, "If I got to stay here to watch his shit, so do you." I use that line all the time when guys want to get thrown out and they're trying to get their team fucking revved up. I use it all the time. Listen, man, this game is fucking terrible. I'm actually the only one getting fucking paid here. And I gotta watch this shit, so do you. So you might as well just shut the fuck up. Because this is gonna get more miserable because I will have fun with this. I'm going to make this miserable for you.
Which even lends more credence to my theory that like I'm gonna run you so you can go hang out with those guys.
So maybe Macaulay was in cahoots.
Yeah, there was a bottle of whiskey in the thing, and now we got to be careful here because there might. Well, he was what like he bought him a bottle of whiskey, so his team was losing 4-0 by 8. Like that's not. He's not influencing the outcome of the game, so I think we're good
But
about it.
maybe, but
He's
maybe,
in,
just maybe he said to the linesman, goes, "Oh fuck." I don't know linesmen's names. Whatever. He told Jake Winters, the linesman, said, "Tell West to get me out of this fucking game." Or he told his captain, right? Like,
No, he
oh,
didn't tell the
fuck.
players. No, you don't tell the players that because then the coach, then you lose respect for the coach, right? Like
They
if
don't.
it,
No, that's an
I don't know.
all-time move. That's an all-time move. I don't
Yeah,
want to be behind you fuckers right now. You suck. I'm leaving.
I
Fuck it.
think I think
And
we broke
that's
this
a
down
tort.
perfectly. Yep.
And that's a torts move. You guys
Hmm.
suck. I'm leaving. I'm too old. I'm too good. I'm better than you. Fuck off and stay fucked off.
And
Tell
it was
that.
all the clicks.
Tell
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ref. The
I'm not
Senate.
going. I'm
The
not going.
fix was in.
I believe so. This was all for clicks. This is all for this was as scripted as it gets. I don't know if losing 4-0 after 10 minutes was scripted, but
But from
but
that point on,
at 3 minutes, it was like the snowball was rolling down the hill. Let's just see how big it's gonna get.
like you go back to the 1970 fucking five Flyers, Bobby Clark would have been right beside Eddie Shiro fucking saying, "Yeah, we're leaving. Fuck this. We're starting to brawl and we're leaving. We're leaving. Fuck
Let's
this.
get kicked out. Yeah.
It's 4-0. 5 minutes in, we're gonna get our asses kicked. We're playing the Canadians. Fuck this thing. We're gonna go to a strip bar fucking right away. Guaranteed that happened.
For
Start a
sure that
brawl.
happened.
Fucking game misconducts. Bang bang boom. See you later.
Yeah, those Flyers teams back in the day. I imagine at the end of the game, like a quarter of the team was in the peeler bar in the basement of the hotel by the time the game was even over. They were watching the game from the peeler bar. No,
And
but
then
they
in
weren't because maybe they did because they had local on Comcast or whatever the fuck happened in 1974.
and then in jail fucking by 2 a.m. Those Flyers teams were fucking brutal, man. Holy fuck. They didn't mind fucking punching people.
Oh, they
Holy,
didn't mind it. That was
that
their
was what they
carrot.
did.
Like, oh, that's just what they did. They were a rude. That was a rude team.
The I'm like, yeah, this is interesting. Interesting. Yeah,
jot it down
Tortorella.
and like kicked out on purpose. Like
Oh
let's do
yeah.
that. I'm writing. I'm kicked out on purpose. I'm writing it down, and then I'm gonna think about it. And let's look. Let's rack our sports brains. And maybe did this guy ever get kicked on? Billy Martin got kicked out on purpose all the time.
Every time.
Sure. Yeah.
Every time.